So how do we find the area of a cylinder? Well, if you look right here, guys, the formula is V equals pi r squared. Do you know what pi r squared is? It's the area of a circle. So you find it by finding the area of the base, a circle, and then you times it by the what? The height. Now the cool thing is that the top of this regular cylinder is the same as the bottom of the cylinder. So the two circles are the same size. So we don't care if they give you information on the bottom circle, the top circle, or, hey, what happens if they just turned it sideways? We don't care. We would still think of the base of the cylinder as the circle, right? Yeah, it is, and we're going to talk about it. For today, I want you to use 3.14 for pi. I don't want you to use the pi button on your calculator. It'll put extra decimals on there. We don't want to be getting different answers. Plus, when we get to the volume of a sphere, we're going to be using pi without using pi, and I'll explain that later. But let's go and plug this in. Pi is going to be what? What's pi going to be? 3.14. So come over here and just rewrite the formula, starting with V. So V stands for volume, no problem. Pi, we said to use what again? 3.14. I'm just going to put it in parentheses to make it easier. Now, what was the radius of the circle? What's the radius of the circle? 6.2. What happens if they gave you a diameter? You would take your calculator and divide it by 2, right? A diameter is like you just snap it in half, and that's how you get a radius. So this 6.2 is going to be to the second power. So this means 6.2 times 6.2, but when you type in your calculators, I would just recommend 6.2 to the second power. And then what was the height again? I heard somebody just say it, 12.7. And we got a very nasty looking decimal, 9.91032, right guys? Now look, let us be clear. Let's be clear though. Shouldn't we just round it? How about we just say to the third decimal or shorter? You know what I'm saying? So how about 9.910? How about 0.910? Does that work? Now, what were the units on this one? What were the units? Meters. So what's it have to be here? Meters to the third power. Because the 6.2 was happening twice. And then the 12.7 we used once, so that's 3 different units that we used there. So, plus, that's what volume is. How many of these cubics, squares, these cubes that we can slide into the shape.